Welcome to the Goodyear Planning and Zoning Commission meeting. We're excited to have you be a part of this important public process. Tonight, you will have the opportunity to address the commission on both non-agenda and agenda items. The agendas and speaker request cards are located in the back of the council chambers. You must fill out a speaker request card in order to address the commission. Please hand in your completed card to a city staff member. You may check the "I do not wish to speak" option on the card. This allows you to still voice your opinion on an item on the record without having to speak. In accordance with the Americans with Disabilities Act, please contact a staff member if you need any assistance. Public comment on a non-agenda item will take place during the citizen comment portion of the evening. These are items that don't appear on tonight's formal agenda. The commission secretary will call your name when it's time for you to speak. At that time, please approach the podium and tell us your name for the record. You'll have a maximum of 3 minutes. The timer is on the screens visible from the podium. Note that you may also choose not to speak if other speakers before you have said what you wanted to say. Shouting, cheering, and loud noises will not be tolerated, and violators may be removed for disrupting the meeting. Goodyear Planning and Zoning Commission meetings stream live on YouTube and online at goodyearaz.gov. Follow the city's social media pages so you don't miss out on all that's happening in Goodyear. Thank you for coming to this meeting and being an active part of your city. And remember, it's a great time to be in Goodyear.
Good evening. The Planning and Zoning Commission meeting Wednesday, January 15th, 2025 is called to order. Welcome, yes, and Happy New Year. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Will the Secretary please note the roll?
Commissioner Neprosino is present. Commissioner Smith is running late. Commissioner Hegedus is present. Commissioner Booth is also running late. Commissioner Wang is present. Vice Chair Sambito is present. Chairman Clymer is present. We have a quorum. At this time, a vote shall be taken to excuse members unable to attend due to extenuating circumstances. Is there a motion and second to excuse Commissioners Smith and Booth from the meeting?
I motion to excuse them.
Do we have a second?
I second that motion.
Thank you. Please enter your vote.
Aye. Are we having some issues? Okay. Oh, and there's probably one of them. All right. Hello. Hi, come on in. Perfect. Thank you. I'm just voting on excusing yourself and Commissioner Booth, but that's just fine. Can I just get an all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Motion passes.
Item number one is to approve the draft minutes to the last meeting. Will the Secretary please read the recommendation?
Approve the draft minutes of the Planning and Zoning Commission meeting held on December 10th, 2024. Is there a motion and a second for the staff recommendation? I have a motion from Vice Chair Sambito and a second from Commissioner Smith. Please enter your vote.
Thank you. I have an aye from Commissioner Hegedus and Chairman Clymer.
I'm trying.
How do you vote? I'll enter it.
Oh, up here.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, motion passes.
It worked on here in just a minute. Okay, now is the time for citizens who would like to address the Planning and Zoning Commission on any non-agenda item. Are there any speaker cards?
I have none.
Anyone in the audience like to speak on a non-agenda item? Okay, I'm going to skip by the ex parte communications because there's nothing on there on our agenda tonight that would have anything to do with ex parte communication. Item number 2 in business is to elect a chair and a vice chair for the commission. The secretary will lead us through the voting.
Okay, the commission can accept nominations at this time for a new chairperson. Are there any nominations?
I'd like to rename or nominate Commissioner Clymer as chair.
We have a nomination for Commissioner Clymer as the continuing chairperson.
Second.
Do I have a second? Sorry. Yes?
I had a motion from Commissioner Hegedus and a second from Commissioner Nepomuceno. The floor is open for discussion if you like.
I would certainly like to continue. I've enjoyed it, and I really like the team we've got here, and I think we're going to have a good year here in 2025.
Excellent.
You do a great job as vice chair, and I think we do have a good team.
Thank you. Excellent. All right.
Okay. Please enter your vote.
Thank you.
Motion passes. The commission can accept now nominations at this time for a new vice chair. Are there any nominations?
I nominate Commissioner Zambito as vice chair.
Do I have a second? We have a motion by Commissioner Nepomuceno and a second by Commissioner Hegedus. Floor is open for discussion.
Maria's done a good job this past year. I appreciate it. And I know that the city council every year appoints a new vice chairman, vice mayor, which includes a bump in pay. Now, the vice chairman here doesn't get anything to go along with that. So unless there's really someone else that would like to do it, I would certainly like to throw my recommendation to Maria for next year. So.
And
Pay
I
is
am
in the
more than
budget.
happy. I'm more than happy to do it. I enjoy it too.
Okay, please enter your vote. Okay, the motion passes. Vice Chair Zambito will continue to be our vice chair.
Yeah, item number 3 is an update from Development Service Director Katie Wilkin on the new city strategic plan.
Thank you, Chairman and members of the commission. And just a note, we don't have any development-related items on business. We are required to hold a meeting every month. So we thought this was a good opportunity to go over some of the highlights of the city strategic plan. We provided you a hard copy of the city strategic plan in December. Don't worry, if you don't have it with you, you don't need it. Oh, excellent, thank you. And it was adopted by council this past November, I believe. However, it's currently in effect through 2020, fiscal year 28. And there wasn't a large update. The previous year, there was a large update to the city strategic plan. They added a focus area, changed some of the vision statements. This year, the focus was on the action items. Let me see, I should have had this going. There is a vision statement in the city strategic plan, which you can see here, that the city of Goodyear will be a great place to live, work, and raise a family. And then there's additional qualifiers and goal setting. This has been in place for many years in the city of Goodyear. And this isn't to be confused. You might remember there was a community vision statement in the general plan. These don't conflict with each other. The general plan enhances the strategic plan vision, focusing on development. The city strategic plan does have 5 focus areas, which you can see here. And I was going to touch on each one and just highlight some of the projects that either Development Services is involved in or that this group may be interested in because it's related to development. So the first focus area is fiscal and resource management. And there's no specific items assigned to development services in this focus area. But one of the projects is to look at the CIP management. our capital improvement program, and of course, development services will certainly be a part of that. CIP is actually our biggest customer in development services. We do the development review, and then, of course, all the development that we're reviewing spurs the need for more CIP projects. I'm sure we'll be involved in that. The next focus area is economic vitality, and I think this purpose statement is worth pausing on for a minute because it does speak directly to development. And you can see that it says that Goodyear will maintain its unique character while seeking diverse and high-quality development that supports the community's economic sustainability. And we wrap that into our department goal statement, that we are the ones who are responsible for ensuring that there is diverse and high-quality development in the community. And this group here is certainly a huge part of that, of making sure that the community's voice is heard and that we are providing that high-quality development. So of course, as part of that, there are projects assigned to development services in this. And one is for us to evaluate processes to streamline the development timeline. And that's assigned to development services and legal. And this has been in the strategic plan for a couple of years. So we have been working together on process improvements, some which have come to this group in the form of amendments to the zoning ordinance to change processes or updating you on what's going on with final plats. The other things you may be interested in that Development Services isn't in charge of is that there is an item assigned to the city manager's office for council and staff alignment on future vision for development. So that's not supposed to happen until fiscal year 26. It won't start going on until next fiscal year, but I think it'd be really great if we can get this group involved in that too, because it's visioning for the development of the community. We also have an item in here about evaluating incentives for different housing diversity goals, which again was assigned to the city manager's office, but since it's development related, development services does play a part in that. Our next focus area is a safe and vibrant community. And there is an item, 2 items assigned to development services. And one is going to be a big project going on this year. It's rewriting the zoning ordinance. The zoning ordinance hasn't been comprehensively rewritten since 1999. The example I love to give people is typewriter repair is one of the listed uses in our zoning ordinance. That's how outdated it is. So we're going to be looking at the entire ordinance to modernize it. But also looking at some things like how we can be a better partner to ensure we're getting affordable housing. Again, making sure we're hitting that goal of diverse and high-quality development. And this group will definitely be highly involved. We haven't put together the specific timelines yet, but we'll probably be coming to you with various work sessions to discuss different topics and get direction from this group. And once we get a better project plan in place, we'll absolutely share that with you so you can see what's coming down the line. But we're really excited about that one since we haven't updated it in so long. The other item that Development Services is related, is involved in is a little bit more on our code compliance side, but it's ensuring quality neighborhoods. And we're going to evaluate programs to preserve safe, well-maintained, quality neighborhoods. And, you know, Goodyear is a newer community, but we are starting to get to the point where some of our neighborhoods are starting to get older. So we want to make sure we're staying abreast of the best practices of other communities on what we can do to make sure we're maintaining our neighborhoods and taking care of our existing neighborhoods, not just focused on our brand new development. The next item is an innovative and high-performing organization, and we don't have anything specifically related to development services in this, but there are several items that our department will be involved in, such as looking at better performance measures for our department. And again, it kind of highlights innovating and strategic planning for the departments. And then finally, the last focus area is infrastructure. And it's pretty much a list of CIP projects, so I won't go through those with you. But you can see a highlighted, it's many of the major items such as the Estrella Parkway Bridge design and construction, which I know is a big project for the community that'll have a lot of impacts. Not so great while it's going on, but it'll be wonderful once it's completed. So happy to go through any of those if anyone has specific questions. But that is all I had to share with you. I'd be happy to answer any questions you have on the strategic plan, or if you have any thoughts or ideas on how we can involve this group more in some of these upcoming projects. Thank you.
Are there any plans for any joint city council commission meetings, work sessions next year, this next year?
Thank you, Chairman. That's a great question. We are discussing that with staff right now. I would love to see that, and I think the zoning ordinance project is a great opportunity to kick some of that off. So hopefully I'll have some more information to you soon about that.
Quick question. On this infrastructure, what's the chance of any of this being accelerated? For instance, the reason why I asked that is because I live in the forgotten corner of Goodyear. And there's a project here, Indian School Road. And anyone traversing that section of Indian School Road is horrendous. Because one, there's no traffic light. The construction to improve that section of Indian School Road has been going on for more than 5 years, even before the development of the Microsoft site. So, and it's just frustrating, you know. I mean, especially during rush hour in the morning and afternoon, it takes 20 minutes just to go from one corner to another because it's been exacerbated by the lack of traffic light. And I recall that traffic light has been in the budget every year, but nothing gets done. I know it because I look at the budget every year. So, from my perspective, who should I contact in order to see if there's any chance that one of these can be accelerated? Because I'm looking at 2027, wow. So we're gonna have to suffer for another 2 years.
No, thank you. Great questions. I will follow up with some more detailed information because as you can imagine, I don't know every CIP project. You're correct. This is not the comprehensive list of all of our CIP projects. And the traffic signals are in there separately. And they have been taking quite a while because, in my understanding, it's because this is the edge of the city. We're working with the county and the city. There's some big drainage facilities in the area and I think some power poles that need to move, and it's just been taking a while. This particular project is, and the reason why it's a CIP instead of development doing it is because along Indian School between Perryville and Citrus, there's state land. So the
Right.
city's gonna go in and do the other half street next to the state land piece, so that Indian School is fully completed. The other portions that have been under construction lately have been spurred by private development, and those are private development projects that are a little further to the east.
Thank you.
But I would absolutely be happy to follow up with you with some more
Yeah,
information.
thank you very much. Appreciate it.
And concerning that, I'll usually twice a year, I'll get on my soapbox about roundabouts. So if anybody's listening up there, that's, that Indian School would be a great place for roundabouts. Never will you have to stop for a traffic light again. But anyway, okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you. And feel free to shoot us an email, either Alyssa or myself, if you think of any additional questions after the meeting. I appreciate the time.
Okay, are there any staff communications?
I do not have any staff communications
Okay.
at this time.
The next Planning and Zoning Commission meeting will be held on February 12th, 2025, 6 PM here in the council chambers. No further business to discuss. This meeting is adjourned.